Hi guys, it's me, Issaplease, and welcome back to another video. I am super duper excited to be doing this video because it's a shopping haul, and I love shopping hauls. It's my ilok basta, okay. My armpits are wet. It's because I literally just got home from shopping. I was shopping from 9 o'clock in the morning until now. It's like 4 o'clock. I didn't go to work, sorry, but it's okay because I got a lot of books. The Big Bad Wolf book sale is finally in Cebu. I've been waiting so freaking long for them to come here. The first time I found out about them, it was last year because they were in Manila. It was such a big deal that they were there. And from someone who's from Cebu and who loves books, I was looking at their posts and wishing, I wish that they would come to Cebu. And a little less than, more or less, over a year later, they are finally in Cebu, and I was one of the very lucky people who got to go to the media preview, and I did shop my heart out. On my Facebook, I do have another video that I'm putting out there, and it's more like the tips and tricks that you should know if you're planning to go to the Big Bad Wolf book sale. But on this channel, which is on my YouTube, I'm going to do a special haul. So if you want to check out that video, I'll make sure to post it on this channel. But if you're here to see my haul, I will gladly show it to you. I kind of wanted to show you guys my Kindle because I do have a Kindle, which means that I go digital. So I have a Kindle. This is my second Kindle. I broke my first one, couldn't live without it, and so I had to buy myself a new one. I know that there's like this whole debate between it's nice to have books and it's nice like to feel the pages and smell it, but I'm more of like, I don't want to keep a lot of things because I already have a lot of things, and me and Paolo have been moving like a couple times already, and I just didn't want to add more stuff to the already gazillion jillion things that I already have. But you know, it is a book sale, and there are a couple of books that I really had to have, and so I went shopping, and apparently there are a lot of books that I really have to have. So I just wanted to show you guys what I got so far. Are you ready? Wait, I realized that I didn't even tell you what the Big Bad Book Sale is. So the Big Bad Wolf book sale is actually a book sale for obviously books, and they sell it for for up to like 60 to 80% off. So those are really big deals. They have a lot of books that they sell, that they carry. They have different kinds of genres. They have fiction, and there are a lot of subcategories for fiction, and then there are non-fiction, and there are a lot of subcategories for that. So just to run them by, there are design and architecture, graphic design, fashion design, art design, there's history, there's economics, there's self-help books, there are romance novels, crime, mystery, and thriller novels, there are classics, there are literature, they have they have children's books, they have board books, they have activity books, they have it all. So if you like books, make sure to check them out. They are located at the IEC Center 3 from July 13 to July 23. So that's 10 days, 24 hours, non-stop shopping. So if you love books, make sure to check it out. Okay, so let's start with my haul. The very first book that I want to show everyone is called The Gift of Anger. I choose books that have a very striking title to me, and then I will go ahead and like check the back and whatever. So this was very interesting to me because it says The Gift of Anger. At first I was just like, sounds interesting, and then I read the top. It says, and other lessons from my grandfather Mahatma Gandhi. And so this is interesting. I feel like I need some zen in my life and whatnot, so I got it. And this book only costs 230 pesos. I am going to put this, there might be a little box at the bottom to see how much it actually retails on different websites or online where I can find it, so you guys can see and compare how much it actually costs from how much I got it for. So the next book that I got is The Little Prince. Dun, dun, dun. This is probably like the third copy I have had. Honestly, I've had 3 copies of it, but I've never actually read the entire book because I always got bored halfway through, and I know that a lot of people are gonna hate me because I said that, but I think it was just a different time in my life, that's why I couldn't really appreciate it. but I watched the movie, the French version of it, the French movie, the cartoon version of it. It was so beautiful and I cried my freaking eyes out. And so I decided to get another book again. This is like one of the last books that I picked up. I had to go around the entire area trying to find this book. I saw a lady who had it and she kind of misdirected me, but then I asked everyone and there's only one book left. It was a sample one, and so I had to call in like a volunteer and ask him to go under the tables and try to find me the Little Prince, and he did. He pulled through. And this book is 230 and it's already a hardbound copy, so that's pretty cheap. 230 for a hardbound book. And it's The Little Prince. It's a classic, so I'm very excited to read this. And I hope this time I can actually read it, you know, because I don't know why I think I was just like looking for something else every single time I try to read it, but this time I think and I know for sure that I'm gonna read it. The next book that I got, this is a bit embarrassing for me to tell people that I actually like it. Like, I showed this to Paulo and he said, "You're so weird," and like I'm a little bit ashamed. I'm also really proud that I got it. And this is, I was contemplating getting this and another book which I'll tell you about in a little while, but I got this one because this was less freaky. Like, I didn't want to bring the other book home and scare Paulo. The next book that I got is called Serial Killers. I'm really interested in stuff like that. I like reading things about weird stuff. So obsessed with BuzzFeed Unsolved, and so I won't leave the house until, like, there was a time where I wouldn't leave the house because I would just binge watch all those episodes. And so I found a book that's called Serial Killers and I had to have it. It is a history of the world's most brutal murderers. I hope that you guys don't think that I'm super weird for having this, but if you do think I'm weird, that's okay. I was gonna get this book or Love Hurts, and that was a compilation of crimes of passion, and I was really interested in getting that one, but I don't want to freak Paulo out, so I got this one instead. I don't know if it cushions the blow, but I got this one, and this is 230 pesos as well. For one book, 230 pesos. Deal. The next book that I got, I am very happy that I was able to find, is called The Imaginary World of Blood. Your Name Here by Carrie Smith. It says Your Name Here. And this costs 290 pesos. If you've never heard of Wreck My Journal, then you gotta go out and find it. I've been wanting to own my own Wreck My Journal book for a while, or Wreck My Journal for a while, and it just always seemed a little bit too expensive. I could never really afford it, or it just felt a little bit extravagant for me to own, considering that I already journal and everything else. But you know, I get stuck creatively now, and I just really felt that this book, The Imaginary World of, would help me in a lot of like my creative blocks and whatnot. And it's just kind of nice, like when you're stressed with the world and you're like, you have to be an adult to kind of have a book like this, and it says at the back, what kind of world would you like to inhabit? So I want to fill this up and, you know, just look at it in a couple of years, in a few years, and see if I still feel the same way. The next book that I got, I know that a lot of you are gonna go crazy over, is Stephen is a Stephen King book, and it's called Sleeping Beauties. I don't know why it says Owen King at the bottom. I'm trying to, oh, I guess like both of them worked on it together. So it's called Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and Owen King. Oh, they're both Kings. They're brothers. I just realized that. And this costs 190 pesos. So this is not 190 pesos. It is this thick, guys, and I'm really excited to have it. So I don't really know what it's about, but you know, I'm intrigued and I'm interested to read it nonetheless. It comes like, it has like a little red line at the bottom. I don't know if that's like a bookmark or if that's supposed to be there, but whatever. While I was at the book fair, I would peep into other people's carts, and I would peep into my friends' carts the most. And I have a couple friends who did a lot of shopping. They got a lot of like business books, and I've never really read a business book. I mean, I've listened to Rich Dad Poor Dad audio version like a bajillion times because that's the only thing my mom would listen to in the car. There were a lot of self-help business books there, but I wanted one that was like in my own friend's term that had a proof of concept, and so she told me to find this book, and I did, and I'm so excited to read it. It's called The IKEA Edge: Building Global Growth and Social Good at the World's Most Iconic Home Store. And it's by the former CEO of IKEA, and it's Anders Dalvig. I got this for 290 pesos. And as you all know, I am in the business of business, whether it's in blogging, vlogging, creating content, or also my family business. So I think that this is gonna bring me a long way. I can imagine just reading this in the office while I'm not really doing anything. So I'm very excited to have this. The next book that I got is a coffee table book. I was thinking about getting a fashion book, but then I realized that I wasn't very interested in buying and owning like a fashion coffee table book for the reason that you can find it online and everywhere. So in hopes of finding a coffee table book, is that even what you call it, I found this book, and it's called Ugly: The Aesthetics of Everything. And I don't really know if it's a coffee table book or not, but it's quite heavy, and I could just imagine like skimming through the pages. And this is 480 pesos. It's a little bit expensive for a coffee table book. I know, I understand that. But, you know, I think that this will have a great impact on my opinion of things. I have strong beliefs when it comes to Filipinos' perception of beauty and like what people really consider beautiful and whatnot. So I'm very intrigued and interested in reading this book, and this is 480 pesos. But you know what, guys, it is thick. I know the papers are good and shiny, so you know what, it's 480 pesos. I don't even regret it because it's a good book. The next book is the last book that I went in. It kind of took me the whole day to finally decide and get it, but I got the Time magazine's Inside the Red Border: A History of Our World Through the Pages of Time magazine. I know I don't seem like someone who really cares about like social events, current events, and stuff like that. It's because I don't talk about it, but you know, I am very intrigued by stuff like this. I think this is just a really good book to have. It's nice to stay cultured. There's be pop culture, history, politics, business, and stuff like that. So maybe my preferences have changed since I'm a little bit older, but this is the last book that I got. This is 580 pesos, and you know what? I came home feeling really good about myself. I was thinking I got a really good book and I shouldn't feel bad about it. And so here it is, Inside the Red Border. I'm very happy. Now for the books that I got for Paulo. Paulo and I have been living together for a while, and we've always talked about what kind of books we like or we would like to own together as a family, and what we would like our kids to eventually read. I'm so happy that I finally found this book, because the first thing that I said when I came in was I am trying to find great illustrated classics, and it took me for freaking ever to find it, but I finally did. Except it's not really the great illustrated classics, but it's cousin, or his revised version. It's called the Robert Ingling, I can't even read it, Inkpen Illustrated Classics Collection. So it's more or less the same. It is a set of 3, 1, 2, 3, and it has The Wind in the Willows, The Jungle Book, and Treasure Island. So this was Paulo's, like, I don't know if it's his favorite book, if it was his favorite books growing up, or if he said that he always wanted to have it. But I remember him constantly saying, I want the great illustrated classics, and so I got it for him. I'm very intrigued to read it, because if he loves it, then I want to know what he loves too. So I'm going to read it. And I like reading it, the fairy tales or like classic stories and stuff like that. So I'm very happy. And this set, by the way, is 870 pesos. So it is the most expensive thing that I got during the book fair, but every single cent is worth it, because we're gonna keep it and we're gonna pass it down to our kids. We're gonna force them to read it, and then I'm gonna make them tell me stories, and then I'm gonna encourage them to make stories, and then it's just gonna be a family of storytelling kids and people. So I'm very excited about that. And it's gonna start with the great illustrated classics. The next book that I got, and this is also for Pablo. He doesn't exactly like Snoopy, but I got it for him because like he went to Hong Kong and he went to the Snoopy cafe, and then we watched the Snoopy movie together, and it would just seem like something that we would enjoy. So we got the Snoopy treasures. This is 580 pesos, and it is a collection of images and memorabilia. So it's just a really cute book to have. You know, if Paulo doesn't want it, I can always give it to my mom because she was obsessed with Snoopy. It's a cute book, and so I got it. The next two books are all Paulo's and could be mine. I thought it was good to have, even if there's Google, I can't say it. But I thought it was a good idea to buy it, and so I did. So I got the Avengers Encyclopedia. This is 870. It's so freaking big. Maybe I might find out the answers from the last movie if I read this book, but I got this for Paulo. We've seen like all the movies. I haven't seen Ant-Man. I think we might go and watch it tonight or sometime this week, but we are big fans of the DC and Marvel comics, but I lean more towards Marvel. So I got this one, and I know that Paulo liked them too. So you know, I say it's for Paulo, but it's also for me. He knows more about it, so now like I might read it and then cross-reference it, and it's, you know, it's just a good idea. At least it's on a book, so you know it's real. If it's on the internet, it might not be legit. So I have it on a book, and all my information is just gonna be on the book. The last book that I got, and I don't really know what's inside, but I thought it was really interesting to get, is this Marvel Comics book, and it is 870 pesos. I found my friend lugging this around in his cart, and I was like, what the hell is that? And he said it was like a Marvel Comics book, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get one too, because I thought that Paulo would like it. So I got that, and it has like Thanos at the back with the Infinity Stones, and it just says I think it's like cover arts or something, so we don't really know, but we're gonna go open it. And if you guys want to see what's inside of it, let me know in the comment section below, so I can make a mini library book tour, or like show you all my books, even the ones on my Kindle. I am so happy that I was able to go to the Big Bad Wolf. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to everyone who joined my contest. I hope that you guys enjoy. I have a separate video for the things that you need to go when you go there, and I also have, or I will have a blog with all the information that you need. If there's pictures of books and whatnot that you want to see, it will also be on my blog. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am so sweaty because I just came from the book sale and I just got home. I'm so hungry, I'm so sweaty, but I'm so full of books and I'm so happy. My house is gonna smell like paper. I love it. Alright, so if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Share it to your friends. Tag me. Whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.